Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this boo and how to put this design. I'll be showing you all the process. I actually made this in less than 1 hour. So let's go straight to the video. The first thing I work with was my measurement tape, my measurement book. This is my ruler. That's my scissors. This is the chalk I'll be using to mark. I have my design that I'll be putting on this particular boo gown. This is my thread, my measure tape, and of course the ashoka I'll be using for the design, and this is my material. So the first thing, I work with the measurement. My bust measurement is 38, while the fitting, which is also known as the waist, is 32, hip is 40, while my length measurement is 38, the shoulder is 34. I divided the bust measurement into 4, which gave me 9.5, the waist into 4, which is 8, and the hip into 4, which gives me 10. For the length measurement, I don't have to divide it, and the shoulder, I just divided it into 2, which gives me 17. So after dividing this measurement, the simple way to divide your measurement, you can actually use your measure tape to divide your measurement. Just take your measure tape like this, fold it into 2. Let's assume I'm working with this hip 40 right now. This 40, all I just have to do is place this 40 into 2 from the 1 inch to 40. As you can see the way I'm doing my tape, hope you can see it, from that 1 inch to 40. I just fold it into 2. And I have 20. And I will divide it again, which will now make it 4. And this is 10. Hope you understand. You can actually use your measure tape to divide your measurement if you don't have calculator or other means. So the reason why I'm dividing it, you'll see in the process of this video. I'll be folding my fabric into 2. And in order not to waste this material, I'm using the biggest part, which is the 17, after dividing it. And my length, I'm using 38. I'm adding extra 2 inches for the folding allowance. So the first thing, I mark the starting point from that 40 to the starting point. I mark it from the 40 to my chest line, which is 9.5. I now make it 10 because I'll be holding the shoulder with ½ inch. To the fitting, I use 17. To the hip line, I use 25, and the length. So you just use according to your measurement. All this line that I've marked, I just straightened it before I start putting in the measurements. First thing, I mark the shoulder, as we know, which is 17. That's after dividing it into 2. And for the bust, which is 9.5, I added 4 inch extra, 3 inch extra for the, because I don't want it to be, you can add according to how you want yours. You can add more, but I'm just adding 3 inch, and I added 1 inch for the allowance, what will be my sewing allowance. So everything I added to the measurement is now 4. For example, now for the hip, after dividing it into 4 is 10, but here I'm making it 14. I'm going to use 1 inch to sew it, while the 3 inch will be for the allowance. Depending on how you want your boo to be, you can add more. I'm just going to connect the line that I mark. This is the front part. I'm just cutting it out. This on a fold of two for the front part, as you can see, and I'm also going to do the same for this back part, which now make it four on the fold of four. That's the reason we divided our measurement into four. So I'm not going to be adding any zip allowance because I will not be putting zip on this dress because it's a bubu, as we all know. So I'm not going to be putting zip. I'm just going to cut out the back the same way I cut out the front. So the next thing I'm going to be doing here is to cut out the neck of my dress. So I'm using 3.5. The, the measure tape didn't show here because of my lighting. I'm using 3.5. For the back, I'm using 1.5, while the length of the front is 7 inches. So I'm just going to connect it 7 inches. That's for the front. I cut out the back and the front first, and I just cut out just the front for the V-line. I hope this is clear. You can put your question on the comments. I'll be there to answer every question. This is the back and this is the front. And I cut out the turning, what I'm going to use to turn the front and the back. I did my camera did capture that, but hope you understand. What I'm going to use to turn the back, just a pieces small. I just cut it out. This for the back and the front. So let's go straight to the sewing. The first thing, the front is facing the front. I'm just going to turn this to the back. After sewing, I top stitch it. I launched it before top stitching it. The reason why I'm top stitching it, I just want the dress to be relaxed even before ironing it. That's the reason I'm top stitching it. Hope you can see the way the neck is relaxed. Even before ironing it, it's already relaxed. That's the reason I top stitched it. And after doing this front, I'm just going to repeat the same process for the back. I launched it and top stitched it. So I'll just go straight to the ironing table right now. Even before ironing it, as you can see, it's already relaxed. I just have to put the ironed it, and after ironing it, I'm going to fold the edges to make the sewing easy for me. I'm just going to use the iron to fold the edges. But at this point, you can actually use your hemstay to gum your fabric, but I just prefer to sew it down. Since my ashoke will be covering it, I don't really want to pass through that stress right now. And I still repeat the same process for the back. After ironing it, I'm just going to fold it round to make the sewing process easy for me. And then go back to my sewing machine to match it down. I did the same process for the back, just so it runs. And for the front, I'm trying to get the center front of this dress. So I'm just marking the line for the front. And for my ashoke, it's on a fold of 2. I folded my ashoke into 2. And I'm just going to place it on the V-neck. To get that get this particular V-neck, I'm just going to place it like that to make sure it's arranged. I'm just going to fold it. I hope you can see it and you understand it. So after folding it, what I'm going to do next is to trim it out. So I'm trimming it one after the other for you to see that it's actually 2 that I'm folding together. This is the first one I'm trimming out, while this is the second one. I actually use one pieces of ashoke. I just fold it into two. So before matching this one on the material, I'm just going to put my design inside. So I'm placing my design at the center of the ashoke, in between the ashoke, before sewing it. So this is my design, it's at the center of the dress. So I'm just going to sew it. And still put the other one again. I'm using three of that fringes. So I'm just going to be putting it at the center of the ashoke, in between the ashoke, before sewing it. And the third one. This is me after sewing it. All I just have to do is open it up. I hope you can see. I just opened it up and this is it. All the design have been sewn, neatly sewn. I just have to top stitch it. I just top stitch it. All I'm just going to do now is sew the design round. This is just the excess after matching it. So after sewing it, I'm just trimming out the excess. And as you can see, this is the design. Hope this is lovely. So after that, I added the back to the front and joined it together. This is me trying to fold the hand part of this dress. I'm starting from the joining because I want that place to be open so it will be easy for me to iron. So I'm folding it. This is me shaping the cloth with not the 1 inches I added to it. I'm just going to hold it down with that same 1 inch. This particular place, I was just trying to put oil in that particular place where the paper is in this the Ankara, and I don't want it to be stiffy. I don't want that gum effect on it. I'm just going to use oil to remove it. So I actually use oil to remove it, and it now make the place better. So this is me folding it down. As you can see, we are already done with our bubu. Easy. So this is the remaining part of the ashoke. I'm just trying to create a pocket. One thing about fashion is just being creative. I'm just trying to make something creative in the downside of the cloth. That's why I'm just trimming out some place. This is when I was done. I'm just trying to secure the edge so that the thing will not lose by itself. I'm just securing it. This is what I came up with. I hope it's beautiful. So I'm just going to be adding this to the down of the dress. It's more like a pocket, a designer pocket. This is the end result of the dress. Hope you enjoy the process. You can put your question on the comments. This is when I was done with it, and this is the pocket. This is the dress on me.